I'm going to show you once again, like I always show you, that anything that Shawn Newman says, you have to totally and absolutely disregard. Because if you follow his line and what he says, if you follow along and you can't just see the blatant and utter hypocrisy, you know, everybody's a hypocrite and everybody plays favorites. But this guy, he not only does it in the same video, he not only does it in the same paragraph, the guy does it in the same fucking sentence. And this is what I always say about these dudes that wear these rose-colored glasses. They are so blatantly biased and unfair that they just can't see it. I don't get it. I mean, I know that I got above average intelligence, but am I that smart? Are people that stupid that they can't see this? I mean, it's just so obvious. Listen to this clown. A buffoon.
Personally, I don't make videos going in on guys about this kind of stuff because this is part of sports. PED usage has been well established. I don't need to point fingers at Eastern Bloc athletes as all cheats. Just like I don't need to point fingers at all fucking American athletes who've been cheats. Fucking Marion Jones, fucking Tyson Gay, fucking Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, that's what I call pointing fingers, dude. That's exactly what you just did. And then he continues how he says he doesn't have to go in on anybody because he's not, like, childish. And he totally goes in on Mayweather for, like, 6 minutes. I mean, what a joke this dude is. Pea-brained. Conclusions. And that's why he's making this video. And what does Shawn Newton do? Immediately, he starts calling John Jones a drug cheat. You know, all this shit. He doesn't wait for a B sample. He jumps to conclusions. He does it in the same fucking video. That's how mentally weak this dude is. That's how stupid this man is. Okay? He tells on himself to anybody with a 5th grade education. And he doesn't see it because he doesn't have a 5th grade education. You know? He's a teacher, but, you know, he went to the fucking Groupon school of fucking teaching. That's why he's over in another fucking country teaching, dude. I mean, what a moron. Again, he's calling people hypocrites, making videos about them, and he does the exact same thing in the same video and doesn't even realize it because he's drunk, half-shaven, drooling on himself. He's got a bird's nest on his head, and he's a half a sissy. Listen, okay? Can't wait for the B sample, right? And by the way, this man has never done a Povetkian video in his life, and he's talked about Wilder plenty. And he'll never do a Povetkin video again, and he'll definitely talk about Wilder plenty. What does that tell you? That tell you he's a racist. This video, he goes on and on about people not waiting for Povetkian, you know, jumping to conclusions, not waiting for the B sample, huge double standard, right? Okay? Because they're waiting for Jones. But this guy's jumping on Jones immediately. He's not waiting for the B sample. He's doing exactly what he's accusing them of. And he doesn't even see it. Listen to him, dude. And I rest my case. There's nothing more to be said.
We understand cocaine was probably used more as a recreational drug. So, now he just gets caught and kicked off of 200 based on PED use. At first, people didn't say anything because we didn't want to speculate and say if it was just cocaine, well, then okay, it has nothing to do with performance. But now it's come out that it is PED, right? And you don't see the YTBC flooded with videos ripping this guy. You don't see videos calling him a drug cheat.
You're ripping him.
Fucking Americans drug cheats.
You're ripping him.
And going in on him based on him getting caught.
What about the B sample, dude?
Right.
What about waiting?
No. On a drug that's a steroid. Not a drug that was unclassified and last year was considered legal. No. A drug that's been illegal for years.
They're both illegal.
And is recognized as a steroid. So, 78 comes out with a video and it's titled John Jones pulled from UFC 200 doping violation. And he came out with stuff, example, saying, what did he say? basically he was saying that, you know, he doesn't want to speculate on this because he's not sure what happened, right? So he will wait to see exactly what the situation is before he comments on it.
Isn't that what you're telling people to do?
And then he says, you know, it's unfortunate this guy is going through these issues. He really needs to work on the people around him. And really being nice and giving this guy basically a fucking free ride.
Isn't that what you want people to do, Shawn?
Not hating on the dude for failing a drug test. I understand he doesn't have all the information. He didn't have all the information towards Povetkin either. But that didn't stop him from going in hard on this guy.
It's exactly what you're doing.
Now it's reported that he used a steroid and he's going to be banned for 2 years.
Reported.
Right? Hopefully he can pull through. See, you know, being very supportive of this guy who is using. Because, what? You know, there's a connection, there's an alignment, there's an affiliation. Why are these guys so happy to give John Jones a pass? Understand that he's having maybe some problems, personal problems, even though using PEDs does not stem from personal problems. It stems from...
Hey, well, dude, why are you so happy to give Povetkin a pass and not John Jones? You see what's going on here, Shawn?
him wanting to get the advantage
I thought we were going to wait for the B sample, Shawn.
through the sport.
I thought we weren't going to jump to conclusions, Shawn.
And enjoying himself, which I wouldn't even hold against him. If you're the number one guy in the UFC and you're making tons of cash, I can see you going out and fucking partying and enjoy yourself and participating in cocaine. Of course.
I'm sure you can.
I would say that you should keep it to a minimal. But, you know, it's understandable that this kind of thing could happen. But using PEDs, we know why he used that.
How do you know?
The advantage.
How do you know he used them, Shawn?
He used a steroid.
How?
What's-his-face used a drug that is used for your heart. Not to say it doesn't have benefits, because obviously it would have a benefit. That's why people use it. But it's also a drug that's not classified as illegal until this year.
And it's illegal.
And it was well documented that Eastern Europeans have been using this drug that was not illegal for a long time. So it's no surprise that it's in their system. Well, John Jones has been tested continuously. We know that PED use in the UFC is rampant and that they're jumping on it and getting very serious about it. But yet, here he is, you know, making his big comeback using something that he knows is illegal.
How do you know he's using it, Shawn?
And guys are so happy to give him the pass.
Wait, aren't we supposed to wait for the B sample?
You know, maybe he needs better people around him. And I'm not hating on John Jones. John Jones is my favorite UFC guy.
I know.
Not McGregor.
I
never liked him. You know, I don't have big respect for a guy who came out of nowhere, won one big fight, and all of a sudden Floyd Mayweather is talking about fighting him.
So there you have it. Shawn Newton totally saying that John Jones is guilty. You know, saying he used the drugs and everything. Not waiting for the B sample. Exactly what he's telling people to do. He is doing the exact same thing that he's accusing people of. And he's such a fucking moron that he can't even see it. So, that's Shawn Newton for you in a nutshell. The mind of a child. Thinks he's smarter than everybody, and he's stupid. He's a dum-dum. Then in my Andre Ward video, I called Chilemba a cherry pick and a bum. And on my Andre Ward video the other day, Newton comes on crying in the comment section, how come you're not going to call Andre Ward guy a cherry pick and a bum? And actually, that's exactly what I called him in my fucking video. You stupid, stupid man. Have you ever seen Cheech and Chong? When the cop, Stacy Keach, when they're taking a piss, goes, Harry, you are a stupid, stupid man. Well, Shawn Newton, you are a stupid, stupid man. I actually did say those two exact words in my fucking video. Moron.
They're fucking lies, okay? This guy, yeah, is it a cherry pick? Well, I say it's a tune-up, but whatever. You can call it a cherry pick. Yeah, he's fighting a fucking bum. What is he supposed to fight? A fucking...
And who can forget this moment in YTBC history when I caught Shawn Newton drunk and lying to gain his advantage, thinking he got me with his big, fat, ugly face going, not one, and laughing. And I just totally exposed him as a fucking liar. He said that Chilemba was not ranked, that Sullivan Barrero was not ranked higher on any list he saw on the internet, okay? and he says he might be, but none of the I saw him search for, and actually he was higher on all 3 belts that Kovalev has that he's going to be fighting for, the WBA, WBC, and the IBO, whatever. Barrera was ranked higher, and Chilemba was not even in the top 10 in any of them. So he's lying like a dog here. And then listen to what he says after about, before you expose yourself, he's talking to me, when he totally exposed himself. I'm not talking about the time he was exposing himself to kids. I'm talking about exposing himself on the internet. You know, exposing himself as boxing knowledge. That's a whole nother shit that he's got to talk to his lawyer about. But, yeah, this guy's just a bum, dude. And I just shut him down every single time and make him look like the fool that he is. That's why he doesn't make videos about me, because he knows.
Every single list. I didn't see one list. So I'm not saying there's none. But I didn't see any on the internet that had Sullivan Barrera ranked higher than Isaac Chilemba. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not one. But you guys are going to boost up Barrera as if he's some godsend because, well, he's Cuban. And you're going to rip the African guy and call him a bum, a nobody. A guy who has way more top-level fights than Sullivan Barrera has. That's just a fact. Do some research. Do some research. Do some research. Do some research. Like, before you start showing yourself for what you are, maybe do some research before you make a video so you can have all the facts. Right? So that when you do make this video, you don't expose yourself and contradict yourself in the process. You don't expose yourself and contradict yourself in the process. You don't expose yourself and contradict yourself in the process.
You don't expose yourself and contradict yourself in the process.